What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Taste Like Music. Jason, Joe, and Crams are here. It is Cramtober. It is week 3, and we are covering Coteau Twins this week. And leading into the week, everyone kept telling us, you got to cover the EPs. You got to talk about the EPs. And so we decided not to. And instead, we're going to talk about other bands' EPs. We're going to talk about our favorite EPs. Maybe not our favorite of all time, but just some EPs that we like. We're going to throw some out there. What do you guys got?
The best EP of all time, Jar of Flies. Alice in Chains, my favorite Alice in Chains record. Nominated for Album of the Year in 1995. Broke the rules. It's an EP. I love it. You get more of the acoustic stuff on there. No Excuses. Nutshell. All these. Just like I Stay Away. It's just so good. I'm going to go with one as well that a lot of people don't really know. Came out a couple years ago. I think it's great. Everything this band does to me is great. Bridge to Quiet from Animal Collective came out in July of 2020. 4 tracks, none of them under 7 minutes. Absolutely fantastic. It's everything you want Animal Collective to be, and kind of precedes like the album that came out this year, which I gave 5 stars to because it's got that kind of like underwater choral kind of sound to it, almost like Beach Boys-esque. Very awesome, but done in like a very more wide open, nonsensical circumstance, which I really like, especially like Piggy Knows. I'm also gonna go with, are we counting the Fame Monster in that whole circumstance there? Like I'm gonna save that for Joe. I think I'm gonna save that for Joe, and I'm gonna go with The Blue Room by a band we like to trash, but Coldplay, The Blue Room, early Coldplay. Some of this stuff made it to Parachutes, like Don't Panic. Not this recording, but this kind of more raw version is pretty cool. The actual version of High Speed on here, which is one of the most underrated Coldplay songs ever, just is lifted from here to Parachutes. But the real gems are, songs that are also on their first EP, Safety, Bigger, Stronger, and Such a Rush. And then my favorite Coldplay song, See You Soon. Absolutely fantastic. Next, I am going to go with my all-time favorite band, Radiohead. I love In Rainbows, Disc 2. You get Down is the New Up, Go Slowly, Last Flowers, Up on the Ladder, 4-Minute Warning. Then there's like somewhere around this time, there's even like another like hidden one where they come out with new stuff like with These Two Words and all that. It's just so cool when they're doing their kind of like hot and trippy kind of vibe. And then I think for the last one, I'm going to go with Follow the Lights by Ryan Adams. This is one of my favorite sounding Ryan Adams records. It's got like a very warm 70s feel, but also kind of a little bit cryptic to it to me. Some of my favorite Ryan Adams songs are on here. My Love for You Is Real, Follow the Lights, and the big surprise is just an outstanding cover of Down in a Hole by Alice in Chains. That's so good. It's one of my favorite Ryan Adams albums. And when we rank Ryan Adams, we will not include it unless you guys don't want us to. And then we will include it because we like upsetting people.
All right. I've got a few as well. What do you do? All right, I've got a few as well. I've got Hit and Run by Sloan. First time I saw Sloan live was when they had put this out, so they played a bunch of it. So the songs from it really stick out to me. I like them a lot. 5 tracks, 1 song written by each member of the band, and you got 2 by the bass player, Chris Murphy. Then I'm going to go with the True EP by Solange, which it's pretty long. It's, I think, 7 or 8 tracks. It's almost like LP length, a little bit shorter, but it's produced by Dev Hynes, who I think is a great producer, and the music on it sounds like exactly like the first 2 Blood Orange records, just with Solange singing. So it's really cool. I like that one a lot. Then I'm going to go with Broken Dreams Club by Girls, which came out in between their first album, which was called Album, and then their second one, Father, Son, Holy Ghost. I think it bridges the gap between the two real nicely. Some really cool stuff on it, some kind of like country flavored type of tunes. Really good. Then I'm going to go with Brothers of Destruction by the Lemon Twigs. Really cool, just more of the same from the Lemon Twigs, but I love what they do. It's really great. Some really good stuff. Could have been extended to a full-length record pretty easily, just throw in a couple more tracks. And then one that I wish was a full-length album. I wish they had put out an LP instead of just this EP, this little bit of a teaser, but I've got the Boy Genius EP from a couple years ago, which was Phoebe Bridgers, Lucy Dacus, and Julian Baker. I think the songwriting on it's really good. The singing's good. The production's really good. I think if they had just written twice as many songs, they could have had a really strong LP, maybe even an album of the year contender, top 20 maybe for that year. So yeah, that would have been nice. But I think as it is, it's a very strong EP.
All right, I'm going to list the 5 EPs that I know of in order. Number 1, Fame Monster, Lady Gaga. Her best album. It's pretty much perfect. It's most of her best songs are on here. A ton of singles, Bad Romance, Telephone Line, or whatever the hell it's called. Maybe it's just Telephone, the one with Beyonce. And some great deeper cuts as well. And just fantastic. Her pinnacle, her peak. You already said Jar of Flies. That's probably the best EP ever, but we'll go with Via from At the Drive-In. They had a bunch of EPs, El Gran Orgo, El Paso, a couple other ones, but Via is the best. It might be their best album, actually. It's just loaded with really great, hardcore punk jams, and it's just a lot of fun to listen to. We've got Emotion Side B. Gotta mention Carly Rae Jepsen. No Side 3 would be complete without Carly Rae. And this is a bunch of the songs that didn't make it onto Emotion, and probably could swap out like all of the songs that were on the album with these, or at least like 5 or 6, and it would be better because these songs are arguably better than most of the tracks on that album. One of my favorite EPs ever, and probably the best album I heard in 2016. We'll go with Merkenball, Pearl Jam. It's got I Got ID on it, so it's awesome because that song rules. I guess this is kind of cheating, but Magical Mystery Tour from the Beatles. It was originally an EP. It counts. Tack some stuff on there at the end. But I know like 2 other EPs, Cranzer. What the hell do you want from me? I'll do one from this year. I'll do one from this year. No, it's gone. It's gone. Utopia 1 from St. Lucia came out this year. It's great. I like it.
Okay. I don't want anything. You've completed me this week. You've made me so happy. You reminded me of why I love you to begin with. Jason, you're in my fucking doghouse this time, but Psychedelic Furs next week. What is side 3 going to be next week? Like trippiest furs? Or how about for the first time we ask some people in the comments what they think our side 3 for Psychedelic Furs should be?
And then we'll do the opposite, just like this week.
Yeah, so let us know what we should do. People always think that I'm a big EP hater, and that is not the case. I like plenty of EPs. I just do not agree with comparing them to LPs. They're a separate list. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell for notification, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, website, merch, and Patreon. All of that stuff is in the video description. Check it out. Follow the links. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.